I have been kind of slacking on putting videos up, so it's first thing Wednesday morning right now, and I'm actually up on my way to work. But I'm going to go ahead and put some clips up that I filmed Sunday and get them up for you. Monday, I meant to do some filming Monday. I was going to actually combine Monday and Sunday's videos, but Monday I was going along pretty good, and then blew a hydraulic line or something on the skidder, which we'll do some filming of that today, fixing it. So I'm not really for sure what broke where. Really, I'm not. Our mechanic's coming up there this morning to help us with it. Skidder's back in the timber. I've got a grapple full of logs. Got 2 logs in the grapple. Yeah, I say it's full, but it is full because there's probably 600 foot of logs behind me. So we'll film kind of the fixing of that skidder today, and we'll try to put that up tomorrow for tomorrow's video. Or maybe I'll release today. I might do 2 videos. You never know what I'm going to do. I never know what I'm going to do. So enjoy today's video from Sunday, and we'll see if we can't get some new stuff up. Like I said, I've been slacking in my video department. I've got the new bipod, or the tripod, and traffic. And I really need to be making some good videos. The weather's been nice. It's 58 degrees this morning. 58 degrees the end of July. We are getting really lucky with some nice weather. The heat and the humidity's kind of gone for the time being, but they're calling for a lot of rain this weekend. And when I say a lot, they're calling for like 3.5 inches, which that is. I mean, that's for us this time of year where we're working at. That's a terrible amount of rain. I don't want to see that rain on the job site at all. Do not want to see it. It's still kind of wet up there from last week's rain, so we don't need any rain. But enjoy today's video. I'm going to meet Dad, have my coffee. Then Dad's going to come up there and he's going to cut some this morning. He wants to come up and cut since it's nice. And I'm going to try to get that skidder back up and going so I can drag some out. We'd like to load out some pallet logs this week. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on all of our social outlets. Turner Logging LLC, Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube. Loggerthreads.com, timbertracker.net. See ya. Pretty nice Sunday for working. Not much humidity today. About 80, 82 degrees, what we had the whole way up here. And I went and got the skid steer last night. I worked late on a Saturday. I got home about 9:30 last night. I went down to Joplin to do some cleanup, finish some stuff up. That way I could bring this thing up here to the river job, because I need it up here to kind of, on our deck area back here in the timber, I need it in here to keep logs kind of organized, because we don't have a lot of room to work with, so we got to make the most of what we got. And I'm going to do a little road work too. That's why I'm packing the bucket back here with me. Now it's dry out here, but we're not getting enough sunshine on our road, so we're going to do a little road work. Let's cut some trees and try to open the canopy up to let the sun come through. Now I've got mixed feelings about that, because I hate to just go cutting trees and laying them over, especially a lot of trees that we really can't utilize because they're going to be smaller trees, but at the same time, we got to be able to get trucks back in here. We've got to be able to come in here. Like I said, you can see right there these little mud holes where the sun's not shining through. They hold water for quite a while. See, right here's a good example of these trees keeping it all shined up. Plus, we can get these mud holes drained, kind of keep the mosquito population down a little bit, which will be a plus too. Now, I ain't been up here in 2 days, since Friday, and the road's quite a bit drier than it was, and it really hadn't been too terribly hot. Yesterday was a little warmer than they thought it'd be. Now, the guy said it dries pretty fast up here, so let's hope it does. Let's get back in here and try to open this up a little bit. We did a little dragging, tried to get a few out. Got some pretty good trees out. These trees got a lot of size to them, some length. So now I'm actually going to run back out to the truck because I parked out there. Excuse me, where the old landing was, out there in the open. Because, like I said, I brought the skid steer up here today. So tomorrow, and I was thinking about this as I was dragging logs. I'll probably just leave the trailer there. I was going to take it home with me, but I think I'll just drop it and leave it right there and bobtail home. But I'm going to go out and I'm going to get the paint and the ruler, and I'm going to start getting these things marked and bucked up because, like I said, we don't have a whole lot of room to deck back here. So I'll get these things marked and bucked, then I'll start kind of laying them out here behind the skidder because we made that extra wide right there just for that reason. Then when the trucks come in here, we'll actually probably take this little hickory right here out. We'll cut it down. We'll have it to where they can come up in here, and they can either come up right through there. We'll have it to where they can back in here, or just something along those lines. We'll probably take a few more of these little trees out here just to make it to a little more room where they can get around. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but we'll get them worked up. Pretty good little bunch of logs. We've got several cut. So the drag's not near as bad to this deck area here, but it's going to get worse because we're going to start wrapping on around the old Meridazine branch or arm there, the river, where it runs down to the Osage. So we got a long ways to go, a lot of timber to cut yet. So, and as we progress, it'll just be longer drags. But when you're dragging out trees like this, it got a lot of volume in them, good quality. This ash here's got a little bit of hard on it, but this one here doesn't have hardly any hard at all. But you can stand to do it. Of course, this one leaned real hard when I cut it. And that's why that piece there is busted on it, because it was leaning real hard, which there's a trick to cutting them ash. They'll pop back on you and get you if you don't watch it. Well, we got our little pile of ash road up here. I'd say there's a couple thousand feet of ash there. It's not a bad little haul. Some pretty good logs. I made a lot of 12s out of these. There's a lot of, mainly what's in there is 12s and 10s. There's a few 8s. Now over here we got kind of our pallet pile I'm starting. That's where that elm went, and a few of these junkier ash we just shoved over here in this pallet pile, and I'll windrow that up tall. That way, like I said, the truck can back right in here beside it, and they can just load right there. That'll kind of minimize space that we're taking up on the deck area here. You can see some of that stuff ain't too good, but they can saw some pallet out of that ash anyway, or grind it. But yeah, that elm, it made I think we made 4 8-foots and a 10-foot log out of it, so pretty good size elm. Just old junky pallet logs, but it all adds up. It all adds up, you know. If it pays my fuel bill up here, my saw gas bill, that's that much more than I had. Now tomorrow, we get back up here, we'll start dragging first thing in the morning because we really need to add to the pile tomorrow. I would have liked to have done more today, but I thought I had more fuel in my auxiliary tank on the truck, my transfer tank, but I didn't. And I was skeptical to try to drag too many more than what I did with the skidder, because the last thing I want to do is run out of fuel with it. So we'll just get a jump on it tomorrow, and we'll fuel up. We'll get fuel when we go back to Stockton tonight. But yeah, some pretty good logs. We'll just lay them right over in here. That way the truck can sit right here beside them in the road and load up. Pretty good pile of ash. Wish it was walnut, but I'm happy to have it anyway. Now we're going to leave the skid steer back here, and we're going to grab the saw and we're going to walk out. It's a pretty good walk out of the truck, but it'll make it that much handier in the morning just to leave the skid steer here instead of drive out. So that stupid fork, I've got to get that to Brandon's shop so he can get it bent back. That just aggravates me to no end. These XHD forks, to be quite honest, I'm not real impressed with the XHD brand forks. But when we upgrade here, we might upgrade forks. as well, get something a little heavier built. I'd like to have them maybe a foot longer too, because the machine, as long as we can weight it, and if we go to the 299, I think it'll be better off yet having the extra foot of fork on it, because there's all kinds of power to lift. But a lot of times I'm probably doing more than I should, but that's okay. All right, let's grab the saw. Let's start hoofing it out.